That's a good goal for Peter Weir. Now Aberdeen with McGee making the break and Hewitt waiting in the middle. Hewitt!
Countdown to kick-off this Friday evening is brought to you and supported, as always, by Saltire Energy, the global market leader in specialist drilling equipment rental. And also by Craig International, a truly global procurement company with offices strategically placed all over the world, from America to the European continent, the Middle East, Southeast Asia, and as far as Australia. They are redefining global procurement, and there is nobody better to help you with your procurement needs. If you get a chance, check out their new website. Tomorrow, the Dons face a trip to Perth and McDermott Park to take on bottom of the league St Johnstone. Kick-off is at 3 o'clock, not 15:30, at 3 o'clock. Let's put it into context for you. So other games include Kilmarnock, who host Hibs. So we're kind of hoping something will happen there. Kilmarnock do us a wee favour. And Hearts take on Ross County. The Glasgow Derby is on Sunday afternoon as well. So let's see if something gives for the Dons in their battle to finish in the top six. And of course, maybe third. Who knows? Maybe second. Who knows? How are we doing? A very warm welcome to the show this Friday evening. I hope you're all well and I hope you've all had a really good week. We've got a bumper show for you tonight as we look ahead to the St Johnstone game at McDermott Park tomorrow. We'll have a watch-along show for you tomorrow. I'll bring you those details in just a moment. But as always, looking for your input. Tell me how you've been. Tell me what sort of team you expect tomorrow. And yeah, just how do you see the game going? It's always tricky down there. The stats will prove that actually we've done okay recently. I just hate that surface. I just hate it. We're taking a very healthy crowd down to Perth tomorrow, who no doubt will be in good spirits. And let's just continue this nice, tidy winning run that we're currently on. So, a little bit of housekeeping first for you. So at last, the Scottish Cup semi-final has been confirmed for Saturday, the 19th of April. It's a 12:30 kick-off at the National Stadium. So the football club confirmed that earlier today. Right, I'm going to predict the old team news for tomorrow. And I have made one or two slight changes to the team. So Dimitar to start in goal as always. My little change is that if Christers Tobers is fit, I think he'll start alongside Mats Knuster. Shinza to continue his berth at left back with Alexander over on the right. And I'm going to stick with Ante and Leighton. Sievert was back training today, but I think Leighton will stay in that role. Shaden over on the right. Uday just in behind. Toppe on that side. And Kevin Nisbet, who of course got recalled to the Scotland squad this week. I think he will start up front. Here's your match stats. So Aberdeen have suffered just one defeat in their last 15 league visits to McDermott Park, winning 9 and drawing 5. The Dons have lost 6 of their last 7 away league outings though, failing to score in 5 of those matches. So our away form needs to pick up. St Johnstone are looking to earn successive home wins in the Premiership for the first time since December 2023. The man in the middle is Chris Graham, and on VAR is Andrew Dallas. Let's get the thoughts of the manager pre-kickoff.
They play at home, so we have to be sharp and ready for what they want to do, and but also believe in our own capacity. The way we want to attack, the way we want to defend, I think is looking better and better as because we have some changes during the season with players in and out and some injuries and some the 2 windows. But I think the team, the squad, is more connected, and we're trying to build a strong squad because players will miss matches, and I think we look more stable and more hopefully more constant now the rest of the season, and can be more stable in our games and performance.
My thanks as always to the football club for allowing me to show the presser from earlier today. And let's not forget, of course, hey, it's the manager's birthday today. So many happy returns to Jimmy Tillene, who celebrates his 47th birthday today. I've picked out this chap for us to keep an eye on tomorrow. I think he'll start for St Johnstone tomorrow. Austrian Sven Sprangler. And I think where we've got to watch this guy is that I think he's going to patrol just in front of St Johnstone's back four, and he's going to try and break everything up. As you can see, he's made 24 starts. His aerial duels won is very impressive, 97%, as are his defensive actions, 99%. So if we're going to break St Johnstone down, because I think they'll sit in, we've got to get through this guy first, because he will patrol just in front of the back four, and it's up to us to be creative. But he's the player that I've predicted for us to look out, because I think he's going to command that area. Right, I'm going to start getting you guys on. Just to let you know that I've done a question and answer session this week with the brilliant Theo Caat. If you are a member of Alibeg ABTV, you should have been prompted by myself that you could have watched that interview exclusively as a perk to being a member here on ABTV. And when I get home after the show, I'm going to upload the interview to the channel. It's about 25 minutes long. It's really, really good fun. And I've got a little teaser for you coming up in just a short while. But first, before we do any of that, let's get you guys on and let's see how you're all doing. All right, bear with me a moment just while I bring you in. There we go. Let me just bring that down so it's nice and small. There we are. Okay, let me just drag that across. So, right, where's all your comments gone? I can't see any of your comments. Where are you? Ah, there we are. Okay, you've kicked in now. Sorry, guys, bear with me. There we are. Okay, so Grey Pilgrim is on, wishing everybody a good evening. He said, stand free, let's get the win tomorrow. Come on, you Reds. Richard Mickey McMillan is also wishing you a good evening, as is Gavin Wilson. He says, I share a birthday with Yimmy. Hope the boys give him a great present with a win over St Johnstone. Gavin, many happy returns. I hope you've had a great day, fella. Colin Gale says, we seem to be getting closer to a settled team. I hope the continuity will remain tomorrow and we get a good result. Tober's out, but Dorrington is more than capable. Johnny Wilson says, evening dandies, same starting lineup again please, Yimmy. Kaiser's on, wishing you all a good evening. Norman Baker says, 3 points tomorrow please guys. Gordon Keith Ritchie says, good evening all. Play as well as we did last week and we should be okay. Need to get a run going and get points on the board and secure third place. Kaiser says, surely now Morris has to start all the time with Keskinen on the left. A nightmare for any team to deal with. Johnny Wilson also says Morris must start ahead of Uckles. David Horn is on, wishing you a good evening. Neil Sinclair's on, wishing you a good evening, as is Neil. As is Rodney J. Lenny. Kaiser said, St Johnstone play it out from the back now. Amazingly, we need to get right on top of them. Matthew Cole says, good evening, Ali and Dandies. 2-0 win for the Dons tomorrow. Stand free. Scott Robertson is on, as is Bruce Struthers, as is Neil Sinclair, who is predicting a 3-0 win for the Dandies tomorrow. Musical Box is wishing you all a good evening. Sheep on Fire says, I'm happy with the progress being made. It's been a funny season, but if we were to average results out across the season, we'd all be delighted with the points we're on and our position in the table. Bruce Struthers says, same starting lineup as last week. Please, Shady Mo must start. Kirstein's on. How are we doing, Kirstein? Evening, Ali and fellow dandies. Happy birthday to Yimmy. And I see Gavin Wilson shares the same birthday, so happy birthday to you as well. David Gold is on, saying, evening, dandies. Another winnable match. We need to win. Not impressed with the semi-final kickoff time. Aye. Bruce Struthers says, keep Shinnie at left back. Mackenzie looks like his head is elsewhere. Kirsten came back to say, hopefully the same team as last week. Looking forward to the game. Paul Hannon says, evening Ali and fellow dandies. Looking forward to the game tomorrow. Same starting lineup and we might get a few goals. And hopefully my nephew Scott will get 4 wins in 4 games. Say hi to Scott for me, will you, Paul? Alexander Wallace says, evening dandies, it would appear their pitch is a nightmare. Let's hope the guys can master the surface and St Johnstone. Come on, you Reds. John Grant's here. How are we doing, John? He says, hi dandies, hopefully we can keep the decent run going and get another 3 points to just about secure our top 6 position and chase down this 3rd position. Same team as last week for me. Barry Cool, how are we doing, Barry? He says, looking forward to tomorrow and 3 points, please. What's everyone's thoughts on the semi-date and the time? Aye, it just baffles me, you know. Why can't they just make it a 3 o'clock kickoff? Why can't you just make it 3 o'clock? I don't understand for the life of me why they never ever take into account travelling away fans, particularly fans that have got to come down from Aberdeen. You know. Honestly, the mind absolutely boggles. Musical Box says, I would like to see Paul Vara play in midfield for a bit more bite. Adam Binney says, Shady Mo is starting to become my favourite Aberdeen player. Ryan Ellington is here. How are we doing, Ryan? He says, good evening, Ali and fellow dandies. Hopefully another good game. Hope to have Uday Dabag and Shaden Morris. Come on, you Reds. Angela Hamilton is here. Hi, Ange. She says, evening, everyone. Hopefully we will win. She goes for a 2-0 win for us. Come on, you Reds. Sheep on Fire says, a trip to Hampden on my birthday. Well, let's hope it's a good one, fella. Sugarland says, just be ourselves and we'll be fine. Nisbet on a game at last. 2 up front with Dubai. So he did. Christos is still missing from the game. So he is. I put that team lineup together yesterday. So Alfie will play instead of Christos Tobers tomorrow. Thanks for just pointing that out. Thanks, guys. Kilted Warrior is on. Evening, Ali and fellow dandies. Graham Gibbs says, stats don't tell you everything. Seen some awful games at McDermott Park. Absolutely awful. Yes, Graham, I'm not going to disagree. Scott Robertson says, I think we're back to being something like a solid team that can keep it tight and also pose a threat in the opposition box. We should be beating St Johnstone and I'm confident that we will. Sugarland, in note of the Scottish Cup semi, we have the East End at Hampden against Hearts. If Hibs had beaten Celtic and we drew them for this game, would we still be in the East End stand? Answers on an SFA predictability card. Yeah, I think we all know what the answer to that is. Graham Gibb came back to say, I like the people at Perth, but the football is dire. Hoping we won't play St Johnstone again in the league for a few seasons and we will get an away day at Falkirk or Ayr instead. Paul Hannon says, I'm lucky to stay in the Central Belt for the semi-final, but sensible thinking would have been us to play Sunday with a 3 p.m. kick-off rather than the 12:30 p.m. on the Saturday. Same old. Musical Box said, in the past in Perth, we have played on a pitch that was like a newly ploughed field. Musical Box says, no more Urkels, please. A lot of you are already commenting about Theo 10 Caat. I'll bring that to you in just a moment. I'll just get through some more of your comments. Musical Box says, I don't think Urkels is a bad player. He just doesn't look interested and never seems to be doing the smart thing. Neil says, get out of Hampden for the semis. Bruce, you're quite right, mate. UK has a 3 p.m. blackout for live T games, Ali, hence the 12:30 or 5:30 kickoff times. You're absolutely right. Muppet, Ali, Muppet. Graham Gibbs says, clubs sell the rights to TV companies. We cannot then complain when TV companies dictate match times that suit their schedules. Johnny Wilson says, honest question, has anyone been impressed with Urkels? Not me. Kirstein's predicting a 3-0 win for the Dons tomorrow. Ryan Ellington says, totally agree about disgraced time for Hampden, especially for the Dons fans travelling a long distance. Since last Saturday's game, Uday DeBag and Shayden Morris have been my favourite players, Ryan went on to say. Yeah, this whole thing about, the Celtic end and the Rangers end at Hampden, honestly, 21st century and all that. Hello? Right. So, let's just put that down to one side for just now. Okay. Where are we? Right. So, there's Theo. So if you remember, I really hope you enjoyed the chat with Theo. He was great fun. He was on really, really good form. He had such a laugh. I will publish the full interview as soon as I get home tonight so that you can all watch Theo's interview, his quickfire question and answer session. Quickfire, which took 30 minutes. But as you know, I like to have a bit of fun with the lads at the end of the interview. About a certain boy band that one used to frequent in the early to mid 90s. You know the one. And I decided to have a bit of fun with Theo about that very topic. Bad Boys Inc. or Two Unlimited?
Okay. I don't like bad boys. I like bad girls. Oh, sorry.
Don't we all?
Yeah, all right. But I have to go for Two Unlimited.
No, come on.
Yeah, the only reason that is because Stuart McKimmie had a crush on Anita Dodd.
God.
And she was the singer of Two Unlimited.
Hang on.
So every time.
Hang on. She was an alleged singer with Two Unlimited.
All right. Okay. I don't care. But
like I was an alleged singer with Bad Boys Inc.
Okay. No. No, I wasn't prepared then, Ali. I didn't even know that you were a bad boy, Inc.
Oh, now that's just a dagger through the heart, Theo.
Is it? Hey, you want to sing something for me then?
Oh, hey, we want people to watch the show, not disappoint from it.
All right. No, but I mean, the story is that Alec McLeod. Oh, Alec, let me. Oh, sorry, Alec. This we're gonna cut this one. McKimmie had a crush on Anita Dodd.
Okay.
I don't know why.
Neither do I.
But every time he had Two Unlimited on, and he was having a crush, and every time I see Stuart, I think about Anita Dodd from Two Unlimited. And every time I hear, well, I hardly hear anything about Two Unlimited because they probably disappeared somewhere in the woods of Brazil.
Yeah.
But I think about Stuart McKimmie.
Yeah.
So it's a double connection.
There you go. Brilliant. Theo, thank you so much. It's been brilliant fun. Thank you for coming on. And it's lovely to see you. And the very best of luck with your book.
Yeah, thank you.
Pleasure.
Yeah.
Speak to you soon.
Yes, see you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. He was such fun. Honestly, what a laugh I had with him. Quick story about Two Unlimited. Honestly, I can't believe he even mentioned Two Unlimited. Had the misfortune of meeting those two Muppets back in the day. And the lad was not very complimentary about us in various magazine articles and newspaper articles. Used to have a bit of a pop at us all the time. And unbeknown to him, Two Unlimited's producers remixed a couple of our tracks and made them 10 times better, which we actually ended up using in our live acts. So I remember bumping into him at Top of the Pops, believe it or not. And, they classified themselves as musicians, singers, producers, all that kind of stuff. Aye, right. And I went over to the boy and I said to him, hey, I just wanted to thank you for, the brilliant remixes that you did for our tracks, which we're now using during our live shows. And the blank expression that came across his face with a tinge of bewilderment is something that will stay with me forever. And I gently walked away going, mate, you do exactly what I do, which is mime. Watchalong show tomorrow. Come and join the fun. 5 minutes before kickoff. It's a community of fans that basically come to ABTV on a Saturday afternoon, and we kind of watch the game together, if you kind of catch my drift. And the idea is that I'll sit in my studio here, I'll have the game on, because I'm a Red TV International subscriber, and I'll just kind of report as the game is going along. You guys can obviously watch it however means you have to watch it. If you don't, just come with us. It's just a bit of fun. It's a bit of a laugh. You can join in the live chat, and I'll do my best to read the comments out during the game. We've had the ones that we've done this season so far, we've had fantastic viewing figures. And a few weeks ago, we had over 500 fans actually watching the show all together here on ABTV. It was absolutely brilliant. So if you fancy it tomorrow, you're at a loose end, and you want something a wee bit different from the normal media outlets, come and do the watch-along show. Let's see if there's any more comments come in. Ian Watson says, in regards to Eccles, you can see Eccles is a good player and he has quality. Just feel like he's not at full pelt, as needing to build up his confidence after his last season or two, but wouldn't break the record fee for him. Erica Mitchell says, great guy is Theo 10 Caat. I got a selfie with him in Waterstone's bookshop, and he signed a t-shirt for me with his drawing of Pataudry on it. Oh, now there's a question. I'll come back to that in a second. Robert Fowler is just reminding you all that the semi is to be broadcast live on BBC and Premier Sports. Colin Gale says, Eccles had a cycling accident which injured him and prevented him performing after he left Sweden. The injury was somewhere I won't mention, but it was somewhere no male would want to be injured. Oh my God. Oh, I'm saying nothing. Johnny Wilson's asking when the comeback tour is on. You'll be delighted and absolutely thrilled to know, Johnny, that there will be no comeback tour. Musical Box says, aye, Ali, don't sing. You never did in the past. Do you know, I'll be dead honest with you, that's not strictly true. Once we got up to speed, believe it or not, we did actually sing. Yeah, believe it or not. And there are clips on YouTube, us singing a cappella. It's all there for you all to see. I wouldn't recommend it, but it is there for you all to see. Ali, away from football, who is the biggest celebrity you've met? Billy Connolly. Absolutely, Billy Connolly. Made a complete and utter tit of myself in front of him as well. I was very lucky to meet Christopher Lee once at the ITV Movie Awards. That was a bit nice. I once, this is no word of a lie, I once bumped into Tom Cruise. No word of a lie. I nearly stood on him, to be fair. Who else? I don't want to really drop any more names. I'll give you one more. Raquel Welch. Oh, dearie me. The Billy Connolly story is, it's a nightmare. So he was hosting a evening for Paul Lambert. Paul Lambert was having a testimonial dinner, and we were down to get some interviews from some of the various guests that were invited down to the dinner. And I saw Billy. He was talking to a gentleman called Russell Kyle, who was who owned a PR company in Scotland, and his son is Billy Connolly's godson. So I desperately wanted to go over and speak to him and ask him for an interview, but I was very conscious that our reporter had only just done a sit-down interview with him only a couple of weeks before. Her name was Margot, and I knew her very, very well. She used to sit next to me in the office, and I went over to Ian, our cameraman, and I said to him, I really want to go and ask Billy Connolly, but I'm a bit nervous because he's like my hero and I don't really want to meet my heroes. And he said, just go over and say hello. So I kind of plucked up the courage and I stuck my hand out to shake his hand. And he wouldn't take my hand, which just added to my ever-growing nervousness. And eventually, I said to Mr. Connolly, I hope you don't mind, and I'm sorry for interrupting your chat, but would you mind if I could grab a quick soundbite from you to give me your thoughts about Paul Lambert as a player and as a man? And he said to me, look, son, to be honest with you, I'm not really in the mood. He says, I spoke to your lassie last week. And I went, yeah, you spoke to our reporter. I couldn't remember her name. Margot. And it was gone. And I was trying to find it. I was searching for it in my brain. Meanwhile, this gobbledygook kept coming out. I'm going, aye, yeah, you spoke to, yep, aye. In the end, I gave up. And I just kind of went, I'm really sorry. And I just kind of scuttled off, like hugely embarrassed, like mortified that I just made a complete tit of myself in front of one of my heroes. And I relayed the story to Ian, the camera guy, and he had to sit down in fear of falling over for laughter. Oh, God. This is why, you should never meet your heroes, really. It's, oh, God. It still gives me shivers when I think about it. Oh, God. Right. We got anything else to do? Yes, we've still got a couple of things to do. Hey, listen, we're only 2 weeks away from the event at Ardo House Hotel, Friday the 28th of March, a fantastic evening with Willie Miller and Alex McLeish to help support the Beats and Cancer charity. There's still tickets available. I know they're selling fast and we've got a fantastic turnout already, but if you still fancy it, you can get them at thelongest40.com or Eventbrite. If you don't know how this thing works, just let me give you a very quick reminder. Basically, it's a question and answer session. So I'll sit up on the stage with the lads. You guys are all out on the front. There's a bar. You get an opportunity to ask a question. And the lads and I will just chew the fat. I'll ask them various questions. I'm already kind of thinking about that already. And it'll just be an absolutely brilliant night. I can't wait. I'm so looking forward to coming home for a few days. Taking in the Motherwell game on the Saturday as well. So yeah, honestly, you cannot believe how excited I am to come home for a few days. One last thing. If you've enjoyed the show tonight, I know I've waffled on a wee bit about other stuff, but if you've enjoyed it, don't forget to like the old show. Don't forget to subscribe as well. I know I keep banging on about it, but we are growing all the time. Every week, we're just getting bigger and bigger, and it's brilliant to watch. And I would be really delighted if you would consider subscribing to the channel. It doesn't cost anything, so don't be put off by that. It just basically means you're following the channel. That's all that it means. So are there any last comments that have come in before we finish off tonight? Hugh Burns is just letting us know that the under-18s beat Kilmarnock 3-1 today. Thanks for that, Hugh. Can't be bothered says, Ali, what's your favourite football theme song? As if you have to ask me that. As if you have to ask me that. There's only one European song, of course. Graham Gibbs says, Ali, now how you feel when we all met you. Aye, right, okay. So, this juncture on a Friday night, as we always do, is just wish the lads the very best of luck tomorrow. Look, it's very simple, really. Just get stuck in about it. If you play half as well as you did, well, not half as well, if you play as well as you did last week against Queen's Park in stages of the game, we're going to be absolutely fine. But come out the traps quickly. That's what we're looking for tomorrow. Come out the traps quickly and then manage the game. And yeah, let's just keep the momentum going. And let's see where it goes, because of course we've got the international break, haven't we? So yeah, let's just keep going. If you're going to McDermott Park, have a brilliant trip, have a safe trip, and I'll see you tomorrow, 2 to 3 for the Watchalong show. Can't wait. Take good care of yourselves. Stand free. Bye for now.